Okay, well, let's talk about what might happen Wednesday. Uh, Anchorage, de Kakwadekin, Kakwaak, Ushkanach Kartuda Adi, Het Kadin Hosakugwal, Wasa Atkakwane. I'm going to Anchorage for a language meeting on Wednesday. So I think I'd rather give you guys an assignment than try to coordinate the class from Anchorage again. I think last time it worked, but I think I'd like to give you guys a task. And so here's the task that I would propose. It's between now, so you get 7 days, and I would like you to uh, compose a short story that you would share for us on Monday. And so this can certainly be something from your life experience. It could be pick an age group that you're aiming for. It should certainly be uh, it should be of a good length. I don't know, at least a minute. And then it should be something that you haven't already written down before. So you're going to share a narrative with us. So you've got 1 week to put this thing together. Certainly, I can assist if you need it. But how does that sound for the gang? There's a bunch of stuff going on this week, and so um, I know we're all busy too. But does that sound doable, workable? Okay. Uh, yeah, you would share that on Monday, so in 7 days. Dachadu shuyaki chanach yejek chine aga haide kakkinig. Gwall dachadu shujin kat chanach yejek gachine aga haide kakkinig. And it doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be some big, huge thing, but this is just, it's a good time for us to check in and all sort of share some things. It would be wonderful if you could send a written version so we could put it up on the screen as you're reading it, because sometimes that just helps us to absorb it. And yeah, and it could be about anything. Any questions about that or anything else? I've, oh, anyone?
Send by email to you.
Yeah, that'd be great. If you could send it by about 4 o'clock, that'll give me time to, 4:30 is fine, but then that'll give me time to open them. It could be any format. I can usually deal with just about any kind of format. And then we'll just look at it. Uh, we're not going to worry about correcting it. That just helps us to sort of to see it as it's coming by us. And then if you guys are open for feedback, I might give you feedback later. If there are certain things that you found yourself stuck on, we can talk about that. Uh, yeah, any other questions? Okay, so I thought today we'd go over some phrases. There might be some errors in these that I'll fix, but these are phrases that came out of Yakutat when they started their Master Apprentice program 3 or 4 years ago, or maybe they had sort of restarted. I can't quite remember. I think this might have been the first year of it, and I came up and we sort of did some phrases with Natsuki Ish and Achkwe. And we were just sort of thinking about if we wanted to stay in the language, what kinds of things are going to help us. And so we'll go through these. Ita, gao, kadis, kayakkoha, adat aktuasaku wushe jagahtune, wushu wush atul atki, like wushu atul atki, yeah, what? Qa'awe, Gwellwe, Hoots Awasha, Yi Shat, Kashnikidat, Yejikachtune. Yewe Achtuasagu Ka, Chadakasa, Yituasagu, Hishwasaka Kwatitsu. So if you guys got anything else to add, just let me know. But this is my proposal. We'll do these phrases. We'll talk about time for a little bit, which I'm sure will be a review for some of you, but I think it's just good to keep, as we start sort of putting narratives together, it's good to talk about how time works. And then we'll just look at our bear story again. Next week, we'll start kicking up that Elon conversation that we were working on with Qonak and Kushtako Ish. And then anything else, if you guys have other things that you were thinking about, let me know. There's also the verb conjugation stuff, which we'll get back into. I wanted to just sort of set it down for a sec and just do some more, just some different stuff, because the grammar things can get kind of heavy. So we'll just go through these. If you have any questions about them or anything, let me know. Let me see if this is the right one. Hold on one sec. Maybe there is this one. Yeah, this one might be the new one. Hold on. And then I'll share a version of this. Okay. I'll say it and you guys repeat. We'll just do them each, probably a couple times. Suyakakashnik.
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 So this was, the context was like someone's telling you something and you want to hear more about it. So tell me more about it. Suyakakashnik is keep telling me about it. And then Khwaseku.
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 I know. Kesh khwaseku.
Khwaseku.
Kesh khwaseku.
Khwaseku.
Kesh khwaseku.
Khwaseku.
Achdaya kushisake.
Achdaya kushisake.
Achdaya kushisake.
Achdaya kushisake.
Achdaya kushisake.
Achdaya kushisake.
Kesh achdaya kushiske.
Achdaya kushisake.
Kesh achdaya kushiske.
Achdaya kushisake.
So why does it go from si to just the letter S?
Because it's minus I.
Yes, because it's minus I, and there's a Irialis right before it. So those things, you're going to go from sa to just s. So let's take a break. Let's rest. Qatush sa.
Atulsa.
Qatush sa.
Atulsa.
Qatush sa.
Atulsa. Is that like what is the word for like do it or don't do it?
Hortative.
Is hortative? Let us.
Yeah, because you can't have a command for plural first person.
Okay.
You'd say do it, so it's you do it, y'all do it, let's do it. That's the way it works. And English is the same way.
Yeah.
You can't say to us group like go. You can say that to one person, go. But you say hey, let's go, right? Same thing. So commands only work for second person and second person plural. And then the hortative, you're going to get qa, you're going to get the conjugation prefix, and then you're usually going to get a long and low suffix, stem. So nakhtu'a, tqashtu sa, atqatuha, let's eat. And then my head is full of your words. Shantu shawahik iyuchatangi.
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 And just little things like as we put this sentence, like if we put a sentence like this together, I think a lot of us would want to use like a tin or a een or a something at the end of it. But when we got this from the fluent speakers, they just said, like you didn't need the with part there, right? Which is pretty cool. That's enough, or knock it off. De'owa.
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 Tell me a story. Shkashnik ach in shkanashnik.
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 So we see it's all low tone. This is the command form of the verb. And then this is the noun that comes from the verb. Achin is to me. You could say, how would you say, tell us a story?
Sneak ha-inch kind of sneak.
Yeah, when? Tell them a story.
Hastuin.
Shkashnik hastu in shkanashnik. So it's just that in part that you would change.
Could you,
Oh, good.
oh, sorry, could you change it to tell them your story? Like can a story be possessed?
I guess it would probably be like, if you said that, a speaker might think that you're like, I'll tell you my life story, my biography, right? But you could say, you could name it. But yeah, if you said ishkashnigi, like I'd imagine they'd just be like, I was born in, and they would just tell them about your life, I guess. Okay. Dasa ituwasagu iinkachanigi.
Dasa ituwasagu iinkachanigi.
Dasa ituwasagu iinkachanigi.
Dasa ituwasagu iinkachanigi.
So there's the dasa ituwasagu. What do you want? Iinkachanigi. So iinkachanigi is I am telling you. Iinkachanigi. What do you want me to, what story, or what do you want me to tell you? And this is not the storytelling, right? Because you could say, Daqshkashnik sawe ituwasagu in shkachashniki. That's how you'd say that one, right? And so, but this one, Dasa ituwasagu in kachaniki, just like, what do you want me to tell you? What kind of information? What kind of news? And then the best answer, oops, Kishuku Atchan Kananik.
Kishuku Atchan Kananik.
Kishuku Atchan Kananik.
Kishuku Atchan Kananik.
Tell me something funny, right? So Chan Kananik is the same as Achin Kananik. So Achin can become Chan. If you have there's a lot of fluent speakers who would just say Chan quite a bit. Achit can become Chat. Let's tell stories together. Oops. Let me fix that. Wuch inch kanach tuchnik.
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 So this is to each other, is like technically would be let's tell stories to each other. And so that's where you need the wooch in part, that's with one another. Because you saw ach in, du in, ha in, hast du in. We heard what you told us. Tell us something else. So we'll do this in two parts. Oops, let me fix something on here. There we go. Deu tua ach we ha in ki ni gi at.
Deu tua ach we ha in ki ni at.
Deu tua ach we ha in ki ni gi at.
Deu tua ach we ha in ki ni at.
So when you have this day before the verb, that means it has already happened, right? So if I explain that to you and you already knew it, you could say de chwasaku. I already knew that. And then we get the second part, ch'akut at ha'in kananik.
Ch'akut at ha'in kananik.
Ch'akut at ha'in kananik.
Ch'akut at ha'in kananik.
And then let's play a game. That's actually like let's play something. And so this is kind of interesting. And then a lot of times this verb with the yet root is going to be more like let's go outside and play, let's go play. It's usually going to be some kind of physical activity. And the verb root is a child. Ch'adasa shkanachtuchet.
Ch'adasa shkanachtuch. Ch'adasa shkanachtuchet.
Ch'adasa shkanachtuchet.
Ch'adasa shkanachtuchet.
It could be like let's play anything, whatever. Ushke.
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 And that oosh is, that's one I gotta mess around with a little bit more. Because there's a Raven story. Wasa oosh. What do you say? Wasa oosh kshe yikakosane. Yende kakashatut. Wait. What might I ever do to lure that king salmon to the shore? Hashagundat kanachtuchnik.
Hashagundat kanachtuchnik.
Hashagundat kanachtuchnik.
Hashagundat kanachtuchnik.
Hashagundat yiin kakwaslanik.
Hashagundat yiin kakwaslanik.
Hashagundat yiin kakwaslanik.
Hashagundat yiin kakwaslanik.
Akustiyidat at kanachtuchnik.
Akustiyidat at kanachtuchnik.
Akustiyidat at kanachtuchnik.
Akustiyidat at kanachtuchnik.
Dasa iya achya an kadiyugudi.
Dasa. You hear what to tell? Dasa ya.
Dasa iya ach
Dasa ya.
ya an kadiyugudi.
An kadiyugudi.
Dasa iya achya an kadiyugudi.
Dasa ya an kadiyugudi.
Dasa iya achya an kadiyugudi.
Dasa ya an kadiyugudi.
So the dasa iya ach is what did you hear? And then this an kadiyugudi means you went to town, right? Or you went downtown, however you want to sort of think of that. And so this is like what's the juicy piece of gossip that's going around town? Gandeach tuati.
Gandeach tuati.
Gandeach tuati.
Gandeach tuati.
Wasa'at wune tatke.
Wasa'at wune tatke.
Wasa'at wune tatke.
Wasa'at Une take.
Ayachawe ye da'ane.
Ayachawe ye idane ta'ane.
Got too many A's in there. Ayachawe ye da'ane.
Ayachawe ye dan ane.
Hesh ayachawe.
Hesh ayachawe.
Hesh ayachawe.
Hesh ayachawe.
Yak'e'awe.
Eawe.
Yak'e'awe.
Eawe.
Uk'e'awe.
Ukeawe.
Uk'e'awe.
Ukeawe.
Kesh ayachshki sneak.
Ayachshki.
Kesh ayachshki sneak.
Hesh ayachshki.
Akatchat se wakak.
Akatchach sewakach.
Akatchat se wakak.
Akatchat sewakach.
Akatchat se wakak.
Akatchat sewakach.
So how would I say, I forgot you?
Ikatchat sewakach.
Ikatchat se wakak. How about you forgot me?
Chat sewakach.
Isikuga? Ichti uk.
Washan. Kat isewa.
Achkat. Achkat is se wakak. So this is, there's two ways this one works. Instead of having an object, it's an indirect object, and it's going to be the possessive pronoun with cut, similar to ach kat ye au dagan. Ach kat au dagan. It was sun shining on me. Ach kat siu daku satan. It rained on me. Ach kat is se wakak. We forgot about you all. Ye kat ha se wakak. So it's just one that you just start to notice, oh, this has a possessive pronoun for the object, and then it has an object pronoun for what we would consider in English to be the subject. But it tells you something about forgetting as well, is that it just kind of happened to me. And
What else? Just breaking it down in terms of this, is it the WA is the perfective marker.
mm-hmm.
There's a zero classifier, and then the root is pinched X A KW. Okay. What is the sa in the front? Is that a thematic?
Mm-hmm. What does that one mean?
I don't know what the thematic is for that. I don't know.
Isikuge dasawe sa, with thematic prefix. Voice. So you're going to
Be se as well.
yeah, it'll become, it's usually sa, but then when you get these two together with nothing in between them, it's going to be, well, these three in particular. You get those three in a row, and you're going to get sewa. You're going to get chewa, right, if this was cha. And that's why you say chat sewa at, because that, and it also just means this body part right here, because it could be this or a voice. But this is why I'd say, I could say, ichwa'ach, I heard you, but that's like I heard you rustling around or I heard you walking. But if I heard your voice, it's sachwa'ach. It should have the sa on there to have like I heard you talking or singing. I heard what you said is sachwa'ach. So that's where the sa, it's one that's going to come up quite a bit, and sometimes it's going to not have a direct correlation. But then, if we wanted to sort of look at that one some more, we could. Let's find it in the verb dictionary and see what they got. When we look things up in the verb dictionary, we're going to look for ak. So we'll go down. It's here. Forget, to make someone forget, to be comfortable, or to come to an end. And it seems to be the same root. We'll see what Weha has for it. So it seems to be dying off. Let's come back. Forgot about it, made him forget about it, and then to be making one comfortable. So Lear has them, when he puts like, so you'll see up here, and then here's the verb, a couple of verbs under up, and then you'll go down and then you'll see this other one. That means he thinks that it's a different verb root. So being comfortable, to settle in, to be comfortable. That's a different one. So this one is like maybe my voice died off on it or something, if you wanted to sort of think about how it kind of literally works. It's probably what the verb root has, and so we see over there what the root itself means. And then, yeah, so that's probably the function of the voice part there. It's like my voice died off on it. Because another way you can say I forgot is you could say and this, like I could say and what I'm saying is I forgot his or her name, but I'm also saying it seems like when I hear the old people use this one, it means I should know it, but it's not coming. But then and then this one is more like sort of just generally I forgot. And so sometimes when it has the sa in there, sometimes it makes sense, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know if people get cold, like right here, where your voice starts to shake. Okay. Yenge wane. It's the programmed answer. This is how you spell it. So yenge wane. This comes out pretty fast, like yenge wane. That's usually it's one of these phrases that's said so much, especially with dance groups and stuff, and these sort of choreographed kind of speeches. So how would you ask, are you all ready? Right? Are they ready? Gehasuwane. So you're going to get uwane, right? Because yanuwane is it's ready. Gengeuwane is she or he or it ready. There's also a rarely. This is how you command someone to get ready. Shakshani is the one who shared that. Oops, I did that wrong. Yan inede. That's how she said it. Yan inede. That's what her mom would say if she wasn't ready.
You say, are we ready, or is that?
Yeah. How would you say that?
Hawane.
I think that's how you'd say it. You get how wouldn't, because it can't contract that because it's just wouldn't. Well, I guess there's a perfective in there because you'd say uwane.
And I don't want to break kind of the flow, but is wane, is that a verb as well? Is that like perfective marker? No.
So there's this one. It happened, right? And then this is where you get like atbune, something happened. Wasa utwune, what happened. And then, but you get yan uwane, and now you've got, there might not be a tone. I don't think there's a tone on there. Let me check it.
How do you hear the tone or know if this, like you said, sometimes speakers don't emphasize it?
It's pretty subtle, but I think if you just really, if you right click it a lot, like transcribe it, you just start to hear it better when you transcribe. Let's see. Yeah, it's high. And uwane, because it's a 0. Okay, should know that. But wasa atune is na. So yan uwane, yeah, and that means it's ready. Wune is something happened, and you're usually going to hear like ye wune, whoops. Like that's what happened. Atwune, like something happened. And then you're going to get yan uwane. And then, so the ne part is doing, right, to do. And then you're going to get ye jane, ye ausane, which means like he or she got it ready, fixed it up. And this is the do it verb. So I could say nedauk kach yan. Oh, why not? It's going to be this one. Fix it up. Ye nasne or ye naisane. And then you have whatever. Ti ye nasne. Go clean your room. We nadauk kach ye naisane. Y'all get the table ready, right? And so this is how you have people fix or clean. It just means, really like ye nas ne. Fix it up, get it ready. We know what it takes to do that, right? And so that's how you get set the table and all that other stuff. Okay. How guk de.
Oh, good day.
How guk de.
Oh, good day.
You can also just have guk de for do it, whatever the thing is. Should be understood what the thing is. Shlagao dain yuchatan.
Shagao dain yuchatan.
Shlagao dain yuchatan.
Shagao dain yuchatan.
Speak loudly. This is fun. This is a very Yakutat thing. So the first part is udagan. And there's audagan is how a lot of us would know that. That should be low. And then, but for a lot of the aud, they're going to say ud in the old people in Yakutat. And then tiki walk comes from take a walk. Su'udagan, tiki walk nach tu art.
Su'udigan tiki walk nach tu art.
Su'udagan, tiki walk nach tu art.
Su'udigan tiki walk nach tu art.
Ach tu yak ya ach tlilko has ane katchwagudi.
Ach tu yak ya ach leko has ani kat chwagude.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe we'll come back. Let's do. I guess we'll just do these last 3, and then we'll do the other ones another time. Akawe akahagu awe ach. Wait. Aka we akahagu awe ach tach ach eyak e.
Aka awe akahaku awe tlach ach yak
Let's do this in two parts. Akawe akahaku.
awe akahaku
Awe tlach achayak
awe tlach ach yak
So aka means a fish that has got a salmon, especially a coho or a sockeye, that has gone into the fresh water. Aka, going into the verb, it's from a verb root, which means for a salmon to become discolored or to change colors.
has teeth so
I know a teeth changes color, but when we say that's a good question. I'll have to ask. It seems like that's usually referring to coho and saka, because that you could call it it's a noun, and it usually means a coho or a saka that's changed colors. But then it's funny because sometimes there'll be a clan that uses, if a clan uses it's pretty much always saka, I think.
freshwater marked sock.
But you would probably say that dog salmon has changed colors, because they do. But that's a good question. I'll have to ask. Okay, what do you think about what we're working on? Wasa itun detani yati yaye datu neyi at.
Sa itunditani yati ya ye da tu neyi at.
Okay, wasa itun detani yati yaye datu neyi at.
Sa itunditani yati ya ye da tu neyi at.
Shkashnik wushkach tutlayech.
Sneak whoosh gach tutlaye.
Shkashnik wushkach tutlayech.
Sneak whoosh gach tutlaye.
Actually means we're going to make up a story. Like, let's make up a story. Should be that's what I think it should be. Qatullayeh. Let me check it. Yeah, qatullayeh would be let's make it, right? So you could say hit qatullayeh. Let's make, and it should be low tone, I think. Oh no, it's short and high. Okay. Mshish. Yatatsuch tuasagudat qatulaati. Yadu edis qasandiqak qayagi qagao. Adataya yutukhwatunknush. Wasa data tinach sahayati. Aqa shiltidin ayash kalnikach tutlayechi. Yewech tuasagu. Yadu ya tlekach inach dasawit disclaim. Yisikuksha. Wasa do a sauk
October.
Yewe October. Tlingit inach yanaka. Disclaim.
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 Qayadu gleit qa inach adach ayayata qayatatsu. Kwash yata qayata sandiqa sandikatsku sandiqakshuwu yeawa achtuasaku. Wasa atka kone ya sandiqakshuwu. Ha kwash yis kuyao dahai awechtuasaku khasatini we venom ye awechtuasaku khasatini. Yadu yanaka Sunday
Cindy.
Kaikyagi
Yaki.
Dechyagi
Dehaki.
Naskiyagi
Neskeki,
Dalchun Yagi,
Achunyaki,
Peijin Yagi,
Ejinyaki,
Sandikatsku,
Sunday Katsku,
Gwash Way Tuesday, Achtuasaku, Tacos Gahtuchai, Dech Yagi, Achtuasaku, Taco Gahtuchai. So to differentiate between like you're saying 2 days or 3 days to say like that day of the week, you'd put the on it when you're talking about something happening on that day. Otherwise, it's really hard to tell whether you're saying we're going to eat tacos for 2 days, we're going to eat tacos in 2 days, we ate tacos 2 days ago. So to start sort of putting this stuff, just continue thinking about how they work, like the passage of time, how we communicate about that stuff. And a lot of this is borrowed from English, just because we didn't talk about days the same way a long time ago. So then yesterday, tatke,
Ke,
tatke.
Ke,
Today, yayaki,
Yayaki,
yayaki.
Yayaki,
Depending on where you're from, you might say yakyi, you might say yagayi, you might say yagi, and you might say yagi. Depends on where you're from.
So no differentiation. So when people say like Suguwu e Yagiyi, you could also say Suguwu e Yakiyi.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interchangeable.
Yeah, yaki, yagayi, yagi. It usually depends on who teaches us that the song. Like if it has day in it, we end up saying it like they do, or whatever the thing is, right?
It's one where I've been like, I don't know what the difference is, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yagiyi.
There are some people who say it, they'll hear you say it, and they're like, it's yagi. You're like, oh.
Yigi. Okay.
It just depends on where you're from. And then same with this one, it could be seqanan, seqanan, or seqan. Depends on where you're from. So then we've got the name of the month, and then we've got the day of the week, and there's also what day it is. So the ways you can do some of these calendar sort of exercises, which I think are helpful. You could say, Wasadu asak yadis.
Sadu asak yadis.
Disclaim you do asak yadis.
Plain you do asak yadis.
Kunyaki sawe yawachi yadis.
Yisawe yawachi yadis.
And then, how? Chinkat kakejin yaki yawachi yadis.
Kat kakejin yaki yawachi yadis.
Chinkat kakejin yaki yawachi yadis.
Kat kakejin yaki yawachi yadis.
So this verb means for a day to pass. And it usually gets the ya on the front of it. So it gets a little bit longer when we're talking about kind of days of the month and stuff like that. But this is how you could say, Keka yaki yakwachi ya disclaim, we yaki kaya sheet katik kokach tutin. On the 20th day of this, after 20 days have passed this month, we're going to go to Sitka, and so we could start placing things on specific dates as well. And so, because this is a verb, this is in the perfective, and you can also move it into the future, right? So you could say, Dechyaki yakwachi, 2 days will pass, and then it just kind of depends whether you got to do a little bit of extra work to situate whether you're talking about 2 days from now or 2 days ago, or if you're talking about with the month. So once you put the yadis at the end, that's going to get us thinking about, we're talking about the calendar, right? So you could say, Chinkat yaki yawachi yadis, we yaki kawe, yaktat yechat yati, yechat wuti, I was in Yakutat on the 10th of October. Right, so this is for when you're in Tlingit court. Where were you on the 10th of October? Guksaye iwutiye ya jinkat yaki ya wahi we disclaim. And what's the difference between seqan and seqanan? I think it's just a regional thing. I just think some people say seqan, some people say seqanan. But I haven't heard anything to suggest that it's sort of different. It sounds like it might be decessive, but that wouldn't really make sense, like it used to be yesterday. So I think it's just a dialect thing. Like yagi and yagayi and yaki.
Is it just tomorrow, or is it like
Just tomorrow.
short-term future? No? Okay.
Because then you could say a couple days, and then so it would literally be tomorrow. Because then you got to go into 3 days from now or 2 days from now. There are ways to say like the day after tomorrow, but I don't know if anybody uses that anymore. Okay. So what day of the week when you're using this one? Dak yaki sawayayaki.
Yaki sawayayaki.
Dak yaki sawayayaki.
Yaki sawayayaki.
And you would say kek yaki ayayayaki.
Yaki ayada yayaki.
Kek yaki ayayayaki.
Yaki ayayayaki.
So then there's a couple of concepts here that I was trying to illustrate. And this one is looking at time in terms of, on the top you have parts of the day, and on the bottom you have sort of big time. So thinking about how time sort of works in Tlingit. So here again, yaki, yagi, yagi. Go with how the people say it where you're living. And same with this one. I only put one version on here. But at the daybreak, so at the time when the sun is just starting to come up, that is qiyah. Qiyah.
Qiyah.
Or qiyah. So it's qiyah. Probably in Tessin and Cake and Southern Tlingit, but qiyah everywhere else. But that's one where I think a lot of people say qiyah. And then the morning is utat.
Utat.
And at noon, sitgausan.
Sitgausan.
And then you've got, this is all yagi. But then once it starts to get kind of dark, I think you're moving into khana. And then when it's time when most people are asleep, you've got tat. And then midnight is tat sitgausan. Seqan, seqanan. Seqanan kliya akadin is the day after tomorrow. But I don't hear people say that. But it's got this. So if we go like yesterday, we've got tatke, and last night nisdat. But the day before yesterday is tatke kliya kat. Kliya is like going over, like kliya. The way that you use kliya is like kind of towards the other side or towards that area. And this was kind of cool. It's like if I came in and there was a table, and you got to think of kinship and authority for this situation. But let's say there was an elder sitting there, and my younger brother was sitting next to the elder, but I wanted to sit down by the elder and speak Tlingit. I might say to my younger brother, Kliyade nanu. So Kliyade nanu means move over a chair. Sit on the next one over. So kliya hit. Also, someone knocked on my door, kuch, 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 and we're in the Tlingit neighborhood, and they're looking for chitwu. Chitwu hit again? Kliya hit, oh yeah. no, it's the next house over. So kliya could also be in the next one over. So in those raven stories, when he's looking for his nose, Yisitineke wa konetlu, Klaik, kliya hitaya haskanavus. Ask those people in the next house over. So when you've got kliya, cut, yesterday on the next one over, seqanin kliya katin, it's got the in on there, and so there might be something to that with the seqanin and the seqan. I don't know.
Can you back up to just like kind of times of day? Um,
All right here.
yeah, so that's like evening, night, and then tat sigao.
Sitgao san.
What does sigao san mean?
Sitgao san is like noon, and then tat sitgao san is midnight.
So like the middle of the night.
Yeah, so it has to do with like middle of the day and then middle of the night. So then we get into like concepts of big time, and that, I don't know. This is just looking at a day and sort of, and then you've got sort of bigger concepts. I guess let's start right here and say the first one is we'll look at is if something happens before it, ashukat. And so this one, the way that it works as well is I could say, how would you translate this? And let me write it as I say it, just so you guys could see it. So if I said, ach, shukat, yach, yi, cha. Ach, shukat, yach, yi, cha. How would you translate that?
Told you all before.
What's that?
Gosh, I told you all before.
Okay, but that would be, I'd probably say de or yi'in dekachwanik. So that one would probably be how I'd say that one. So I'd say yi'in dekachwanik. And I don't know if I ever told you this one before, so. Ach shukat yach yicha. So yach yicha on its own as a verb means you finished eating. So yach, so yicha is you ate it. And then yach, when yach or yun come before a verb, it means you're finished. Yen yeji yene, you finished your work. Or you finished working on it, right? Because you could put something in the perfective, but then if you put yun or yach, that means you did it to completion. That's why you say yan uwane, because it means it's done, it's been completed. Ach shukat would be before me. So shukah means ahead of someone, like literally in the front of, or time-wise, before them. And so, ach shukat yachicha, you finished eating before I did. So this is how you start doing some of these sort of concepts of time, right? And so it gets pretty interesting just to think about that time and physical space are so closely related in Tlingit that you end up using the same terms. Because akshakat, akshakat ihan, you're standing in front of me. I don't know why I'd say it. You're standing in front of me, right? And so shukat is just this sort of in front of, but it also means, and it could also mean, hastituasaku hashukate ayahasuati. And that's saying a kind of a negative thing about people, like they want to walk ahead of us, in front of us, which is usually a metaphor for saying like they think they're better than we are. But that's how shukat works. So it's a time thing as well. It means before that thing, and then to say after that, there's a couple different ways. So you could say adach, itnach, or itch, and aqa. So when we're sequencing things in time, it depends on how we're communicating about that time. So we could just aqa away is really common, just saying, and then this other thing. But when you say itach away, it's sort of tying them together a little bit more. So aqa away means after that, and itch away or itach is following that. And then adach is from that. And so it kind of depends on what you're talking about. Aqa away is, it could probably work for just about anything. Just saying, this thing happened, then this thing happened. But if you're saying, he went to the store first, or he went to the bank first, and then to the store, you might say, S'ehundaka hiti de wugut, itch aya hundaki hiti de, or dana daki hiti, then hundaki hiti, right? So, and then dach might be sort of a little bit more of a cause and effect type of thing, right? Hundaka hiti de wugut ko atastana duchi. Dach, oh wait, dana daka hiti de wugut. And so, in Achaway is another one you could throw in there as far as just sort of starting to link things together. Yesu means now, but it's a pretty interesting thing, that a theory I have, which I haven't tested it, so I don't do much like linguistic sort of field work. But I think if Yesu comes before the verb, it kind of means it's happening now. Yesu ha'ina kawanik. He's telling us right now, right? But then if it comes after the verb, it means it's still happening, right? So you could say, ha'in akanikaya Yesu. He's still telling us about it, right?
What about ya yidat?
Yagidat is like in the present. So it's similar to Yesu. Yesu you would probably have a little bit more like just sort of saying it's happening in this instant. Whereas ya yidet could just be generally
At this time.
at this time in the present tense, and it depends on the context, right? So I might say, long time ago, we used to go in these dugouts, ya yidet qa'ah. But nowadays, it's more like nowadays in this general time, where Yesu tends to tie like a specific verb, like this verb is happening right now. And ye apune just means something happened. So chakak it's always happening. So whenever you have chakak, you're going to have usually some kind of habitual verb. Chakak ye na teach. Right, so you're going to get one of those, the CH version. You're going to get, there's a couple ways to put that together. But until we learn how to do those habituals, I would just say, look it up. Make sure you're using the habitual form whenever you have chakak. Or you could throw nooch at the end of an imperfective, right? Chakak a kanik nooch. He always talks about it. Tlingit dot chakak a kanik nooch, right? And then Gao Shukat is early. Gao Yach is on time. Gao Itk is late. So Gao Shukat got here early, ahead of the scheduled time. Gao Yach, I got here right on time. Gao Itk Echet Natich, I'm always late. And then some of these bigger concepts, Ziagan and Ziyak, those are good and so again, this IN probably has something to do with future. I don't know. There's something to that maybe we can explore a little bit. Ziyak would be it happened recently. Ziyagan, it's going to happen in the near future, right? And so Talk is long, way long into myth time. Chak is long time ago. up until myth time. So it's a pretty broad sort of range. And that's probably enough. There's a few other things on here. I was trying to think about clocks because we were talking about this in Yakdata, Yata Adataya, Aututlaat, Wasa Atbun, Wasa Adat, Kakatutlaat, we gao. Kanahawe, Ajitas Awati, we tlet Hach, gao. Aka away to a Saguko Adat, Tututlaati. Yatu yadua we yekuwachi at gao we yayati at koa winits squash willits chawasa yaki ka kayat at koa hilkadin hasaku one kanin stasach tuash guya ka kleidushu gao ka dakun jinkat ka take winits Gwell kleidushu gao a shubudach. Aqa away gao de, gao dach, shubude, shuwu, shubudach. Ya tlach tu ashka ko away kleidushu gao ka nask quada. Tlach tu ashka. Gwash yata aya just in kachanegi gwash ye kwati gwash just achtundetani dot gao kigi gao qadzi hechwasiku ko dasa hatuwasiku yatu yadu lekach inach quarter after yata ko quarter till hechwasiku ya tlechach tuashku kudach yati at ko Taidu shugao ka nask jinkat ka dagun winits kudach yat Taidu shugao ka ashu wudachaya aka watusaku yade yad hechwasaku. What do you guys think? Kigi is sort of a half of something, but it's like a half of a torso, and qadzi is like a hind quarter. So I thought it'd be kind of neat to use those to talk about a clock, but that way we don't have to say these long sort of minutes. Like we could, but then if we just sort of divide the clock into quadrants, which was, I'll have to talk to Kunak about this because I think he was talking to some folks in Yakutat about when Tlingits first started using clocks, this is how they were thinking about them. And we can divide things into quarters of an hour. And so we could divide them into minutes too, but that's just getting kind of long to just sort of say all the time. And so this is a proposal, that's it. But it's just something for us to think about. Grammatically, shuwudach and shuwude. I'll have to, it might be shude and shudach, but I don't know. Shuwu kind of means at the end of it. And so it's just something, kigi is a half for a lot of things, right? In particular, it's half of a torso or half of if you kill a moose and then you're cutting it in half, it's a kigi. A kick is what you'd call it, like, and kiknach would be like sort of alongside something, but stuff to think about. And I was just trying to think about how to, put this stuff into perspective, just so I could teach it mostly, teach it to kids, teach them how to tell time and think about daylight and seasons and all this other stuff. But that took a little longer than I expected. So we'll go over some other time things, I guess, later. I want to do a few of these before we head out. So we're just sort of thinking about translating, trying to get through this first book. So where we left off was here. So she goes with the young man. And then we get this sentence if somebody wants to read it. I guess I could. Katya ka hun kitu shwutzaku a dehastilla on ye. How do we translate that line?
All of
Cook.
Khat.
Ah,
I had something like she got to know all the man's friends and relatives, and how that ade has ye, how they were kind.
so Katya ka hunki, all of his relatives, do shwutzaku. And so once you see the shwutzaku, it's like they got to know each other, right? And so this is, we see the reflexive in there, and so there's some really interesting things. Like I think you could say, like when we were getting to know each other. So you can have the whoosh in front of there. Here we have the do e shwutzaku together. They knew themselves, right? That's kind of how we might think of that. And this is how they got to know each other, right? So she got to know, so his family would be another way to sort of think about. There's lots of different ways to interpret this. Yeah, how very kind they were, right? So the is a little focus marker. Ade verb yeah, the way they were doing that verb, and so how kind they were. Okay. Aka hastu tuwu yakeya yizka shat gursati.
They feel good that she will be the young man's wife.
Yep. Aka hastu tuwu yake. So this is to be happy about something. I think the way I see this quite a bit, you could say, Aka achtuwu yake ade yeji ye. It makes me really happy the way that you're working. But it seems like Tlingit likes to use aka on it. Akashtikachatati. Ade achin hastilla aniye. It made me feel I was so grateful with how kind they were to me. So it seems like Tlingit likes to really just sort of put this placeholder there and then have the main verb and then have the thing, the clarifying statement afterwards. It seems like a pretty common pattern that I see. Aka hastu tuwuyake. They were happy about it, right? And we have aka, and then we just sort of to say, oh, okay, that's how that one works. Ya yiska shat. I forgot the guchsati. They were happy about it, that she was going to become the young man's wife. Ya yiska kwa hechit ye uti. Ya yis shad khunki adehas ku uwu ye yach.
the young man, qua his
Ya yiska kwa. So ku'a. Hechit ye uti.
the house. Ye,
What is the hit ye part? So if I said, oh, good. Ist klar,
I had this young man, whoever did not stay inside a house.
yeah, oh, wow. So the ye part is inside of a building. So it would say Hesh hit ye yewuti ya yi shad khuni adehas kuwu ye yach. So there's some pretty like big things going on in that second in this whole sentence. This young man did not live in a house like the family does, like the family of this young woman does, right? So it's kind of two parts. Ya yisqa, kwa is ku'a. Hesh hit ye wuti. He didn't live in a house. Ya yishad khunki, the family of this lady. And family, you could say chunki or chunki hus or chunki yan or in ah. Those are different ways to say family.
Is that just her like clan? Just her like
It's usually her clan. In ah would be like mother, father, brothers, sisters. That would be more like family. Chunki. But it can also mean those ones who are like her, right? So it gets a little interesting once we get it into this context because we're telling the story about something that happened, and we already know that those were bears, right? Ya yi shat khunki, her family, ade haskubu uwu, the way that they resided, they lived, yach, like. So again, just there's some really fun word order things that we see. Um, the young man did not live in a house like the woman's family did. Ya yisqa adiqu uwuye atqu wutu khawayeti. Lakaqina khaatasa.
people. The young man. Ade.
This young man adiqu uwuye saquwa uwu.
Resided.
He resides atqu.
His den.
His den, tuchawayeti. So chu is a layer or a den. Dat atkatu atisawa akuwu tuch. Yehas kuwu. Dak atkatu atisawa atkuwu tuch. Yehas kuwu.
But it's
Dasa?
inside his cave.
Mm-hmm. But if I were to ask you this question, Dak atkatu atisawa atkuwutuch yehaskuwa'u.
Hoots.
Hoots ye'awa. Nakats
That's the catch. What's
Chatlakach as yikt.
Da.
Da.
Uh,
Kanaltzak.
Katlakat, when we used to run traps, we find them in the winter sleeping in dens down in
Oh
the
yeah.
bush.
Okay. Yake gans cheesh.
Yusukuge?
Clank.
Hut Kudisa.
So as far when is it a kudi? When is it a new? When is it kuwu? Kuwu seems to be an underground kind of a layer or in a cave.
Kudi might be in the grass.
Kudi would be on top of the grass, which would qah, and then some of them nu would be like it could be in the grass, but it's usually up on top of a little hill. On a mound. That's nu, like a fort.
Nusk. Nusksu.
Kuwaga.
Uh-huh.
Okay. See, I know the terms. I don't know anything about these animals. Yakay chish. Seat ayi kukaw jakit.
It's cold inside and it's dark.
Yep. And so again, we see like this fun interchange going on as well. It could be tu and it could be ye. It's ye because that's somebody's house, right? So ye is inside of a building or a layer or it's inside of a home, right?
So we know, and they're like hinting at it, but she doesn't know at this point in the story.
Yeah, right. And so as the story is being told, sometimes it's revealing some stuff, sometimes it isn't. Sa'at ayi qaqaw jaqit. It's cold in there and dark. And again, we see you don't have to have the qa. This is how Karhuan Ish said it. Sa'at ayi qaqaw jaqit. Just have a little pause. Dutuwa kasiye ya yishat ayi nesh aku diqwa yan qadu wat niku.
He felt, or he kausiye.
Dutuwa kausiye. That's a good one.
Strange.
Tuye naka?
Strange.
Yeah, kasiye and so kausiye would be it was strange. But then what about dutuwa kausiye?
Felt strange.
Dutuwu kausiye. She felt strange. Dutuwa kausiye would be like she thought it was strange, right? Really cool how this stuff works. Dutuwa kausiye. Ya yishat. So then it sort of clarifies who it is. So this young girl, she thought it was strange. Ayi, inside of there, right? So she goes into this cave. Nesh agu diqwa yan duwanik.
Did we have Nick before?
Yeah, so duwanik would be duwanuk in places outside of cake. It might be that way in Tessin too. I have to ask that Chatlakach who lives in a den. Okay. What do we got for this one?
I don't know. I tried that for a long time, and it was as if it was like perhaps a repetitive imperfective, like coming or being inside or moving inside, like coming home. However, and then I couldn't figure out whether it felt fine enough or whether it bothered her.
Okay. So the qa part, which should probably be high tone. This one, nesh agu diqwa yan qa duwadnik. It's it's there's some fun stuff going on in here. As far as nesh agu di and how it might be working, that's a good question. Nesh agu diqwa yan qa duwadnik. But basically, what we've got is as she being in there, going in there though, she began to feel good about it, right? Yanqa duwanik would be yanqa duwanuk. And so I'll spend some time with this one trying to tease it apart and seeing there's some complex things going on in here, which we can definitely take a look at. I'll make it pink, so I'll look at it later. She felt good about it, right? And so this one is certainly bridging us between feeling strange and feeling good. And we'll tease it apart on Monday when we come back together. Gonna sheesh kanahawe tichtenie chigine ya kata yu katangi da. Yeah, we achji wa tsugwal nask we chakuta shkashniki weta hasyakho shanyak utlach kahanki ka yel kukit dewugud naski wuk tashkach shikit ade you has kausha atki yeko. Yewe achtuasuku gwashwuch in yejagachtuneye da we link aya achjiwu ka yijide achak kwasawu ya kashuki retangi tudak aqaqwashli tuasuku adat yeji yinei helwasaka kwati. Yewe achtuasuku yang aya wutitla yech tlingit chinach aqa awe we adatki in gachtutu ya tlingit chinach yewe achtuasuku ye has agursatin yak ade wush wuj in tilla adiye wuj in tilla yechi ye awa ya tlingit kuku ye awa wuj in aya digartutlaq lakat yuhan a joishtiqa khadati yi in khatsati بالشيش يقوي خوان ياش كشنيك أيا أختواسقوها إن كايلنيكي دخيكيخ أنخ أيا يجكخيني قوشي تواسقوي إيدي قدشي جخان كنني كاكاكوا أقو. So 7 days until we get back together. I really appreciate everybody's hard work. In the next day or so, I'll send you guys a link that has the audio for these books. I was able to track it down. There's 3 of them that I haven't even started. I don't know if I've started them. I think one of them's done. Raven Goes Berry Picking. That one's really funny. That one's kind of done. There's one called The Orphan. And then there's another one, a version of the Salmon Boy story. I don't think I've written those ones down. So I'll send the audio so you guys have them. And then if you want to work on them, that's great. It'll help speed up the process. I really want us to have these in print and also maybe iBook versions. Maybe I'll have to find someone who can who'll read them. I think the recordings I have might be okay, but sometimes when you're just in the flow of working and translating, there's just a bunch of laughter and noise, and maybe I'm saying something silly over the top of it. But anyways, when we get back together in 7 days, you'll all tell a story. Good job.
Okay.
Just let me know.